Okay, so where should we go? Because I know you wanna go and
outside. That's like outside. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm injured. I have to go rest.
Okay, so like, do you mean like have to rest as in have to rest, or can we do like tiny communal things?
I think we could do. Maybe we'll do communal things,
like engineering or whatever. Or get bullied by Mars from the
why?
Depot.
Why when you said should we go ahead and do engineering? The first thing I thought about is like my mom telling me, I don't care how sick you are, you're going to school. Unless you have a broken leg or bleeding profusely, you're going to school.
Well, we're bleeding profusely, but we're still going to school.
Yes, that's the first thing I thought of when you said that. You made me flashback.
Oh my
god. All right. So more engineering. Okay. You're heading back to your quarters at the end of the bay, and you pass by the med bay and you hear shouts and scrambling from within. Several surveyors have come back with serious wounds. Not the usual broken limbs and sunstroke. One of them is holding a towel on her leg, staunching blood from a massive animal bite. Another looks nearly blinded from acid. I'm gonna watch. I am morbidly curious.
I was just like, look at that. We just made her more stressed. I was thinking, like, isn't that kind of mean? We should leave.
But if we don't pay attention, what if it happens to us? We're already injured and can't go outside.
I mean,
what if we go outside and get hurt again?
I mean, we can't even get out in the first place.
Yuck, that was terrible. Dr. Instance fixed them, but there was a lot of blood, and it seems like she could use an assistant nurse. Okay, so that's just another problem that we could do work. Plus, we are 3 years away from finishing this. Plus 2 to the last card lock, so we'll put you here, telling a tale, negotiating, and then we'll put Dice's secret right there, and we hit the goal. And it's our birthday. It's not just your birthday. Quiet is a time of new growth, a celebration of life and hope, not for just this year, but for humanity's presence on Fortruma for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally, you're the future of humanity. As you're beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council has decided to throw a party in your honor, a Fortruman Youth Ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door.
Why is there, I guess I could go and then party all night? Why is there 2 prompts like saying I'm going?
I don't know.
I wonder if Dice will be there.
Only one way to find out.
I guess we can go. I can go.
+5. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves. And yourself specifically. It is your birthday after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nanobutter creds. Your friends are transformed too. Everyone has dressed up and looking like young adults. You can hardly recognize some of them.
Look at the sex queen.
Yep. Marge catches your eye and waves, her bangles jangling joyfully. She looks like a model from the Hollow Mags, every inch of her primped, painted, and perfumed. Solana, happy birthday. I'm glad you could make it, she says over the steady thrum of the music. Drinks are over there. Make your song request to congruence and take off your shoes. She looks down at your boots, then back. You look down at your boots and back up at Mars skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Sock hop, just like Earth. Duh. At the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food. Made sense. Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch in your hands. Makes sense. You gotta stay hydrated. He says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. Of course, you're double entendres, you man whore. Don't let them fool you, Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a gob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented phenomenon that people inexperienced with imbibing alcohol will begin to act as if they're drunk, even if they're completely sober. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course, that I am not going to suffer any bad behavior.
Says the woman who was
look at the kissy face.
Oh my god!
Rex grins as he pulls a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition to his glass. Who says it's going to be an act? Let's get a little loose. Come on, it's a party. The music changes to something with a fast pounding beat. Rex throws his head back and howls. It's time to dance. Shall we dance? Or hang out with our friends?
Rex scares me.
Rex is a party animal. Literally.
He was a precious little bean. A little flirty, but a precious bean. And then he became a...
Oh, he became a man. Oh, he's going to be the one who sets up a brothel.
Oh my god.
Should we dance or should we hang out?
I don't know.
Huh?
But kind of look like a person behind weed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's ate most of the food at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rex spiked the food himself.
I think we should dance. You, Rex, and Mars take to the dance floor. After a while, Anemone follows pulling bass.
Why did my theory become true?
Why
did my theory become true? Why am I calling everything out? I'm scared! Somebody save me!
You all dance until it feels like your heart is going to burst. I like her dress, though.
Yes.
From excitement, from exertion, and from the sheer joy of throwing yourself around the room with your friends. Nomi, who is playing DJ with congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull them close, they announce dreamily, or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with.
Respectable. The dice is being stolen! I told you they were attacking dice!
I can't even read the prompt!
Hell no! He's picking dice!
Is Dice even here? Dice is standing over by the DJ section, helping Nomi with the song selection. He freezes up when you ask him to dance, stammering excuse, but Nomi gives him a playful shove towards you. Go dance with Solana, they say. I can handle things.
Does that mean there would have been Dice would have had a potential partner with Nomi if we never attacked him?
I don't know. Dancing with Dice is a bit of a disaster.
What the fuck happened there?
Almost 8 minutes in and she is slowly dying.
Oh my god! What the fuck happened? He's like, he looked like he been saying some shit like no. It's like he's fighting against the world. Is dancing his nemesis? What the fuck?
Neither of you know where to put your hands, and despite spending the entire song looking at his feet, Dice still manages to step on yours. He holds you rigid, armed, and rocks back and forth mechanically until the song mercifully comes to an end.
It's so precious. Oh my god. It's so...
Okay.
Oh,
no. Listen to this. The other couples don't seem to have your lack of chemistry. Anemone and Vase have skipped dancing and gone straight to sucking face. Dice stares at them for just a bit longer than is appropriate, then blushes and flees the dance floor.
So he's interested in that.
After the slow songs, Nomi spins Congruence's music library to something a little more bounce to it. The dance floor is once again flooded with bodies ready to gyrate the night away.
What the fuck? This is the college.
Oh no! This is gonna get good. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Lum's here speak hijacking the feed. He strides to the stage, flanked by Security Chief Rhett. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison, having some buzzkill adults stop the music. But Lum just raises his hand and smiles indulgently. Look at all of you, he says. Young pioneers. I look at you and see the future. Not just this colony, but all of humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Rhett here, good man, real good man, really the best of the colony, shared this poem from a great Earth poet, Lum continues. Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids. Tonight, on the eve of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from the holopoem. We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We, the youth of sinewy races, all the rest depend. Down the edges, through the pass, up the mountain steep. Conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go. The unknown says, pioneers, oh pioneers. We, primeval forests, felling, we, the river stemming. Vexing, we, and piercing deep with the minds within. We the surface board surveying, we the virgin soil upheaving, pioneers open. What the hell?
The fuck does that mean?
Should we apply politely? Silently mouth that this is boring or this is bullshit?
Who said this?
This one!
Hell yeah, he said him! No, but then we're gonna have more
We'll apply it politely to get our stuff. Rhett looks a little pained, but Lum continues. What do you think that poem means, kids?
That you're
Yes.
a freaking Nimrod? And you ruin
Nimrod,
our frat
yes.
party?
Does it mean that we should sit here in our colony politely waiting for this plan to make a space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. No! He exclaims. It means we need to get out there. We need to grab Vertruma by the balls and make it respect us. Oh, yeah, he's going to die.
Yeah, he's going to die first. Yeah, definitely. The planet is already hating us, he's hating us even
He
harder.
points to you specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your plan, and you're old enough to defend it. I'm asking for all eligible fighters to join squads, massing at expeditions, to get out there and attack those monsters where they...
I regret clapping. I regret clapping.
We're taking the fight to them. No more hiding behind the walls. To your left, Vase and Anemone lead the cheering that erupts. Anemone, no. Anemone, no.
Curly fries. Come on. It's because of Vase. I can smell it.
Lum and Rhett leave and the party music spins back again. A few die-hard partygoers still want to dance, but everyone else has broken into small groups.
Angry, hell yeah.
Yes. We got both
Hey,
of them.
we got our...
This is bullshit.
I understand he's
Wait,
not
wait, no. Cal said that this is bullshit.
Our precious bimbo who never curses?
Causing a few heads to turn.
Our Bubberfruit?
Yes.
His name is not even Cal anymore. I can't speak English anymore. His name is Bubberfruit.
They're not even going to try to figure out why the animals are attacking us. They're just going to kill, kill, kill. He waves his hands over his head. Are we supposed to be better than that? Dice clearly agrees, even though much more quietly. They don't even know what's out there, he mutters. They have no idea what they're up against. The party fizzles and everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to find your dad has stayed up to make sure you got home safe.
I bet
He's never done that before.
What?
You've stayed up until you came home.
Wow.
You always been told the colony was safe. Now you see his sad eyes. You know that time is over. We're still hurt, so we have to
rest.
Yeah.
So go rest. Oh,
Well,
Tammy.
It's
I
perfect.
think she might be in the scared category, or
Why
she's in
is
the
when
try
she
nothing.
smiles there's tears?
Why she's crying? Our precious Tam Tams.
Of course. And every time I'm sharing with you. Don't even with me, girl.
What's her birthday again? Make sure we don't forget it this time.
Late pollen.
Okay, late.
And we don't have any flowers.
We need to get flowers. Wait, did we give the thing to Sim yet? We still need to give that shit. So we can get the flowers from the pollen area. Oh,
But
we're
we have to, yes, we have to rest.
So the next month we go to the pollen area to speak to Sim and get flowers.
No, we just rest right now because we're in mid, and then we go.
That's what I'm saying. So rest, then the next month go to that place to collect flowers so we can prepare for whatever. No, we gotta go to the garrison. I'm scared. Dice! No! I refuse! How much points do we have on Dice right now? Since we got a couple boosts on him lately.
Almost enough to fuck him.
Hey, dude, we're almost there. We can take it. Oh, no. Ever since that prompt, and then he's like, ooh, sucking face. I'm like, oh, hell no. I bet you're thinking to do that shit to Sim.
Okay, we'll relax on the walls.
Since you apparently stared at him naked.
And I got rid of first words, and we got a +1 with him. Okay, so we're okay now.
Okay, so let's go to the pollen area. So we can find Sim, probably Dice, and get flowers for Tammy for her birthday.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you're holding your arms.
But
But where did he get the flower? That's my question.
probably Sim, because remember, Sim is a flighty person. Get his ass!
First, grab that flower. You?
And we need a medicinal root. We haven't given him any gifts.
Yeah. You report to Expeditions Tent to find not just Utopia, but Security Chief Rhett and Vase. I just cannot spare any more of my people, Utopia's explained to them. You've already pulled almost all of the foragers. We're already running skint crews on the ridges as is. There's one person you can spare. Rhett replies, turning to face you. Hello, Solana.
Hell no, I ain't helping you.
Would you like to go to one of my hunting parties?
Hell no. Why do we need to kill them? Explain to me why do we need to kill them? Like Hal would say. Like no,
Base Labs, because they are killing us.
No. Okay, see, first of all, it makes sense for self-defense to save yourself, but there's no reason to kill them on purpose if they're not harming you. So that means there has to be a reason why they keep coming after us every goddamn glow season. So,
all right, because they're killing us, Solana. Keep up. He clenches his fist. It is the classic struggle between humanity and nature, he says. Nature's not all flowers and rainbows. On Earth, everything and everyone was trying to kill each other. For survival, for food, hell, even just for fun. I can't wait to bag a real trophy.
Curly Fries, you need help. Curly Fries, you dating that?
He chuckles, framing his hands like a painting on a wall. The first 10-point buck on Vertruma. I don't want to kill animals for fun. Rhett scowls at Vase. You won't be killing them for fun. You'll be killing them to defend the colony. I am not killing. Vase scoffs. Even if it was trying to kill you, I knew you straddle kids were soft. I didn't know you were suicidal too. And that's a backhand to your jaw.
No, Curly Fries, you've been with us since we were babies. Why the fuck are you dating that?
Not everyone's cut out for the life or death situations, Rhett says, then turns to you. You know, Solana, it's not all killing, he continues. Sometimes it's about tracking, identifying dangerous creatures before they reach our walls. You wouldn't necessarily have to kill them. He holds up his hand, but you don't have to decide just yet. Talk to Utopia later if you change your mind.
Oh, does that mean we can talk? Oh no, she's not there anymore. I was thinking that if you talk to her again and see what type of new prompt you get.
Shortcut through the jungle. Some of them move when you're not looking. Positioning your holotone palm, but it doesn't. But a damn thing isn't working. Connect to a long-range communications.
Why is our perception so ridiculously high?
Because we kept hanging out with dice. That's why. We're almost at 100 of this.
I wouldn't think our combat would be higher, since he fights.
No, but because he's always sneaky quiet.
Yeah, that's true. He's a ninja.
You climb the tree and chart a path through the wilderness from above. With that information in your hollow palm, navigating the nearest landmark is a breeze.
Oh, why do we keep getting bubba fruit and we don't get the medicinal root?
Because this is a medicinal root area.
I know. No, but I at least have a backup area.
Cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible?
I mean, I'm about to say evil. I mean, identify.
Yeah, we're going to identify that stuff.
Easy.
Really? 65?
Bitch, that's a lie. 65 for an easy? That's a lie.
Hold on. Let's see if we can almost cheese it.
Well, we really gotta delete more cards.
Next round. +2's the last card. That's right.
What?
Gotta put him in the back. I'll put these together. Only 15 stress.
Okay.
Or I got 3 of these, so I can.
I mean, we're gonna find more bobber fruit, so.
Okay, they are tasty fungies. And there he is, waiting on us. And then there's another squiddly. Something draws your attention, oddly lumpy. Scope it out.
That is not easy. What nonsense is this? You're a Papa Sheep.
No, I was going to do this because it jumped me up to 20. Okay, so we may have...
Almost made it? Yeah, I made it. You made it.
Off by a little bit. But it's 20 stress, and if this is the potatoes again, then we can just eat the potatoes and have that go down again. Yep. Enjoy a break. Dropped it down by 30. So that's like kind of a... Okay, what's this squidly need? Variki are carnivores, you think, but the juveniles are too small to take out anything larger than an insect. Not much on the case of this one. The Variki blocking your path is pretty large, probably about as tall as your waist, and is growling at you over the carcass of something even bigger, which seems to be missing its head. Yuck.
How are we feeding Squidly thing?
You're not sure if it killed or scavenged a dead animal, but it's dragged it to a path and looks like it's ready to fight you for it. I'm gonna wait. You back off and wait. +3 stress, which is not bad. It sits there and gnaws the animal slowly for hours. Disgusting. Eventually, it rolls over and takes a nap. Its many legs kicked in the air and its tummy bulging. You try to sneak by, but wakes up with a hiss. It drags the rest of the carcass off into a tree and you can finally pass. For once, you see Sim before he sees you. Actually, hold on.
Wait, how did he jump up so high?
Exactly.
Probably because
40.
Probably because we didn't, we did the thing for him, and the fact that we didn't say anything, and the fact that we were communicating with him about dice. Dice with
He's
him.
crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless. You think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he assessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and grins, and a grin leaps to his face. Solana, you caught me checking in with the boss.
Your boss is that flower?
Really? He smiles. No, of course not. That flower is my great aunt.
What? Okay.
You look at the flower. It's part of a dense vine that fills much of the end of the valley. You're not sure whether he's joking this time. My boss? As I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They are also very much like your boss. What is she named? Utopia? He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you listened to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have my job, Sim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'll be in trouble, so shh. Then why keep talking to me? Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the person of my dreams. Literally. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different, he continues, I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss, they have everything on Ventruma just the way they like it, and they don't want to see the teeniest thing change. He sighs. It's boring. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded to the ground. That tree was a small creature for a part of his life cycle. You call it the Variki. Once it plants its roots, it's where it stays for the rest of its life. So we were right. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands in earnest, an expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again.
How old are you? I should have said.
I like to think I'm young at heart, he replies with a mischievous smile. You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is, but as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds his up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower. But I must away. And with that, he's gone, off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Dude. Oh.
Yeah, poke him.
Oh, we could do this twice. Technically.
Poke him.
It's only fair you observe Sim in the same manner that he often observes you. intently and while hidden behind a tree. You pretend to leave and double back and watch him for a short distance. You hope you'll see what he does when you aren't around.
I wonder what he likes.
He looks like a human. If an alien had to draw a human entirely from a written description, too tall, too long, his eyes too black.
What do you mean? They look like goddamn crystals.
His whole posture too weirdly attentive. His hair is the most interesting part, so perfectly kept for someone who seems to live in the wilderness, and sometimes you swear it moves in ways it shouldn't. Like the first time you saw a time-lapse video of a flower turning towards the sun. You watch in silence for nearly 10 minutes, but Sim does absolutely nothing. He tilts his head like listening to the wind and leans over to stare at a random patch of grass for too long. Eventually, he turns to stare straight at the spot you're hiding. He purrs. Do you like what you see, sugar bug?
Come on, you already know what you want to press. Come on.
Yes, you know I do. He smiles coyly. Good. He tosses his long hair over his shoulders and extends his hand, bearing himself for your inspection. It's not a crime to be curious, he says. Why, I find myself very curious about you. You look your fill now that he's offered. You find yourself constantly drawn back to his deep silver eyes and the hypnotic motion.
You said black. What the hell? What kind of
hair.
Is that a mistypo?
Within moments, you find yourself more relaxed.
Is it pheromones?
Sim's faint smile fills your vision, blanking out the rest of your senses. Do not be alarmed, he says. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well. I have the ability to induce a mild sedative effect in organic creatures. I find it useful in reducing their cortisol levels, so I may tend to them more easily. If you find it soothing, I would be happy to use it on you at your request. You simply have to ask.
Oh my goodness. Somebody just want to slap you or something.
And we can do it again, because we got perception 80.
Okay.
This time you watch Sim doing something weird and alien. You send a survey drone to follow him and watch through your hollow palm as he heads towards the forest. He comes to a still pond and crouches by it, staring intently into the water. Then with a flick of the wrist, he snatches an eel from the depths of the and bites his head clean off.
Wow.
+6 if the card to the left is blue.
Actually, that's not bad.
Then he looks up at the drone and gives you a jaunty wave, as if he knew you were there all along.
I can't. Look at it. I can't. His face. Thank God Mars don't know you.
Wait, does Sim usually eat raw living animals, or was he just doing it because he knew you were trying to catch him doing something weird? Oh, we can use him to calm ourselves down. We can de-stress with him.
Okay, but we got the data.
Yeah. I knew it, he exclaimed. I dreamed about last night in my vat. Your what now?
Say what?
Sim waves his hand dismissively. Never mind. Let me have the data drive.
But a question. Yeah.
Sim sighs and crosses his arms. But from his smile, you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay, I'll answer exactly one question. Do other people know about you? Do the gardeners want to hurt us? Where are the thumping ruins? How do you know my language?
Well, did Sim ever say something about dice?
Yes, he's talked about dice.
Well, the second
question
question
is... And then Dice told us that Sim is okay, but the gardeners are not. So we do know that the gardeners are not...
Well, the second question is a good one, but what the fuck is a thumping ruin?
Those weird machines that we were finding.
And then that's a good question too. How the hell do you know our language?
Probably from Dice.
No, but that wouldn't make sense though, because it can't be just Dice. He automatically knows the language. It has to be longer than that.
Right.
Because if he just learned the language from Dice, that means his voice will be not voice, but like his speech will be chunky. You know.
His speech is chunky because he puts inflection on the wrong word, on the wrong part of the word. So like take the word exactly. We would do exactly or exactly, but he might do it in the middle, like exactly kind of thing.
So which one's we pick? Thumping ruins or hurt us?
Well, we should find this out because Lum is about to act like an ass.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
I hoped your question was going to be a fun one. He takes a breath and answers carefully. It's not that we want to hurt you, he replies. It's not personal or even malicious. It's like dealing with an invasive species. Sometimes you need to resort to harsh methods to remove it before it destroys the ecosystem. He holds his hand out expectantly. Perhaps that's not the answer you wished for, he says gently, but it is not our fault. You are the way you are. You hand over the data drive and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see it was inside. Marvelous, he says. Like a genetic payload, except with digital data instead of organic. What will I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzling over the implications of the phrase genetic payload. He continues, the other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They're more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that the novelty is what makes life interesting. He slips the day drive into his sleeve.
The urge to throw something at his face to see how he reacts.
Okay. Could you help me calm down? Of course, he murmurs, stepping into your space. His cool hands alight on your cheeks, tilting your head to look in his eyes. Within moments, you feel the burdens of your day lift off to your shoulders like a balloon floating away into the sky.
What kind of present? Oh, it takes off. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I wonder what he likes.
That is a...
No, but check the list, because, you have the character chart. Did we activate his thing yet, or no? Or is it just blank still?
Oh, still blank.
Not enough.
Yeah. Because, let's see, our collectibles. What if we give him a cake? He is interested in people.
Cause I was going to say much luck, but that'd be an insult, because he has seen this before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's try a cake. A cake! He exclaims. So the most wonderful human invention. He turns it around in his hands, sniffs it, then takes a finger full of frosting and puts it in his mouth. Fantastic! He shouts as he hands the cake back to you. I enjoyed that immensely. I hope the others you share it with will like it as much as I did.
So wait, I touched the cake. I stare at the cake. I poked the cake.
He
licked the cake. And then give back. Why the fuck did you give it back to me? So he likes everything. Interesting. But he loves cake. Okay. So okay. How much did it increase?
Probably not by much. Yeah, we're still at 40. You find a healthy blep bush and harvest some of the leaves to bring back to the colony. Utopia is beyond excited when she sees your haul. And we got some kudos. Oh, blep! She cries, shoveling her hands right into the basket of rustling leaves. Solana, you're a kid after my own heart. She pops a leaf into her mouth and chews on it, then shudders happily. Whew, she cries. That'll perk you up, but good. Aunt Anne brews a heck of a cup with the stuff, but me, I prefer it raw. She points at you. Don't go getting any funny ideas. This will turn you green and give you spots. Cross my heart. Stay away until you're older. What is this face?
Oh, yeah, we need it. I'm sorry.
Look at her face. Look at that face. We had to.
Probably so sour.
It's just because Utopia was born on Earth. She thinks the adult just like the rest of them. She's closer to your age than all the other adults. What does she know anyway? You wait until Utopia leaves, then shove a leaf into your mouth. Ugh, you struggle not to spit it out. It's so bitter. But you can't help but stick out your tongue. Blep indeed. The mysterious experience rush of giddiness a few minutes later. Oh, wow, that blep sure is good. No wonder adults keep this stuff away from kids. It's probably addictive.
So coffee.
I think so. So we can continue. Oh, barbara fruit.
We need a flower.
We got a flower.
No, oh right, we need a barber fruit.
There's more barber fruit that way. You come across not just one freaky, but a whole swarm, mostly baby ones. Yeah, we know about this one. They aren't so bad, because Squidly is not scared.
Okay. Yeah,
if Squidly was scared, then we would have an idea to worry. Yes, we know. +2 animals. We're almost on the next level of animals.
So should we go to the thingy now? No, not the what's the English word? Wait, when you leave, can you go? Do you start the next month?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to go the whole interaction.
You come out to a tree's large grassy clearing, a massive egg. Should we take it this time, or should we just leave it? It's the one that was on the pedestal.
I don't remember, honestly.
Huh?
I don't remember, honestly.
We had left it last time.
Okay, take it.
Huh?
Take it.
It's huge. As you do, Pez starts moving. It starts growling.
Okay.
Oh!
How hard is it? But it's green.
It's just hard. No. We can keep the egg and run, or we could fight this motherfucker.
Keep the rag and run, bitch.
Yeah, Manticore. It narrows his feline eyes. Wait, did we just get a new pet?
I think we did.
Armful of egg. You can't really fight. Your choices are limited.
Keep that egg and fly. Let me fly.
Okay.
Oh wow, this multicolor. Look at that.
Okay, so jumped it down to 46. Oh, that helped a lot. So we might be able to do this. Yep. We ran like hell.
Get that egg and bitch flee.
You stroll blindly through the clearing towards the relative safety of the trees with a cumbersome egg blocking your view of your own feet. You fall a few times, just barely managing to scramble out from the underclaws of the Manticore. Eventually, you find a member of Expedition's protection squad who fires a warning shot with their plasma rifles over the Manticore's head. It roars in defiance and slinks into the trees. So no matter what, it was a Xeno egg.
Oh, useless.
The eggs pre out from the running and falling. If it was going to hatch before, it certainly won't now.
Aww.
You get a shit ton of kudos for it, and it's super tasty.
Maybe fighting it could have given us a guarantee to keep the egg with and a new pet.
Alright, another freaky. Squidly looks unsure and hides between your legs. Okay, we'll approach this one. It says it's easy.
It's a mental card. So put the mental card first and then put that next to it.
To the 18. 4, 3, 2. Okay, hold on. Okay. 8. Oops. No, you go here. You go here. 5, 2. I should have just gave it to that. Yeah, 20 stress is fine. Runs up your leg. It's a giant spider and it's got weird tentacles, and I get it off. The urge to dance around and shake it off is almost uncontrollable, but you manage to keep your cool. Give us the flower. I heard a float cow grazing nearby. You watch them carefully bob along, occasionally releasing steams of urine or clouds of helium to maintain a steady flight. So we can try to milk one or try to catch one.
The fuck?
Dude, look at our 17-year-old angsty self.
Why are you looking like that?
Because we're getting very stressed. Because it has udders over here. Let me move that.
Well, I guess make an attempt to...
So we can milk it, catch it, kill it, or leave it alone.
Can we... Do you want to catch it? Or you just want to milk it?
If we try that, it's going to be normal difficulty, and I don't think we have enough cards for that yet. So we could just try to milk it. You approach your gravid float cow, clucking softly to it. Its big bug eyes peer at you curiously as you hunker down by its udders and relieve it of wow, almost 10 liters of float cow milk. The float cow seems relieved to be milk. It's so light after you finish, it leaps into the air and the rest of the herd follows. They drift off over the treetops like lost balloons. So yeah, we only have enough for one more thing. There's another Can you reach that? Yep, we can reach that Xeno egg. And another Xeno egg is over there. And then what was this one? You know what? Put you over here. That drops it down to 66. There's the potent brew. Let's see. Changes you to a red suit, which helps.
What is this?
Oh, so that actually did help. So we're gonna have to give up.
Well, what was that prompt?
If we wanted to pass by something. Either way, we still have to go home. Our perception is so dang strong right now. Early pollen.
Isn't that Tammy?
Tammy is late pollen.
Okay. Who was early pollen?
I think it was Rex. Yep, early pollen is Rex, so we can give him cake.
Oh my. What did I say? I kept changing myself.
As you unveil his birthday cake, you remembered! He cheers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. +4.
I mean, on their birthdays,
Dude, give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Fuck out that face. Where's Mars? Is Mars staring at him?
She stares at everybody.
Well, time to go sleep. I mean, go on the ceiling.
Of course, because you need to steal dice back.
Hell yeah! Freaking dice being stolen.
I wanted to see. Udicot's old hat. Oh, a memory backpack, which would draw an extra card. So superhero cake would be a +3 bravery, +30 bravery, and 2 times bonus.
So maybe we should. No, I mean, it's already 3 years. There's no way you're gonna save up 300.
Nope.
Because that would be useful to have it as a perk, to have an extra card.
Yeah. Alright. We'll relax on the walls. Uh-oh. He greets you with a question. Hey, Solana, if you could push a button and it would kill everyone on Earth, but the colony would survive forever, would you do it? What if the opposite, and you could push a button and we all die, but it would fix all the problems for everyone on Earth? You barely know how to answer that. And this question plagues you for a whole ass month. And this is the guy that we backed.
What did I tell you? I think our boy is becoming a terrorist.
This duplicates. So technically, while it is a good card, it does take a slot.
The point value is so low.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the region shit. The thumping regions, the regions.
The Westing Ridges.
Yes, English.
So that's the one that we're basically going to have to really talk over because that's the one that got copyrighted. Okay?
Okay.
So, what is the plan for here anyway?
To get stuff for him because we never got it.
He wants to talk anyway. You're about to set off on your gliders when Dice stops you. Actually, he says, looking around furtively, I want to show you a place I found when I was scouting. You look up from your holo map. It's not on any map yet, he says. It's special. I want to show you because I think you're the only person in the colony who understands what it means. You and Dice set off, hopping for a few hours. The trackers in your holopod ping Utopia that you're not where you said you'd be. After a short trek off map, Dice takes you to a round door with a set on the side of a cliff. The door is glossy black and is made of something that's part bone and part stone, like the rest of the Convergent domain architecture you've seen. Unlike the ruins, this place looks, well, not new, but well maintained.
What the hell?
Dice touches the fingers to the center of the door and it dilates like an iris. Previously unseen seams folding in on themselves with a noise like rocks grinding together.
Dive in first since we have the bubble. How much is the bubble?
Bravery 30 or greater. And our bravery over here is at 63. So we can
go.
It's another one of these things. So the vats, which I guess is this, is where the gardeners sleep. And we got a +2 with Dice. You both crawl and inch your way through the tunnel to where the cave opens up. About 10 or 15 meters in, you stand in a cave that looks part organic and part intentional. A curious mixture of almost organic-looking stone growths, crystals, and growing mushrooms, and a riot of iridescent oil-slick colors, some of which look like they would be controls of an ancient bioweapon. Your view deeper into the cave is obscured by layer-cake stalagmite pillars, which are the ones going up. Everything is dark, but for the eerie glow, you're using your holopalms as flashlights. But it's air-conditioned, cool, fresh air blowing from the vents in the floor. I haven't figured out what this place is yet, Dice says, touching a mushroom with his fingertip. It puffs out a cloud of glowing spores, and he sneezes. You spread out to see if you can decipher the place. Like, what the heck is that? Writing on the wall, console-looking thing.
That card.
It's a strange device.
Get the strange device. You like that?
Of course. And writing on the wall. Huge faceted crystal plane embedded in the wall, engraved with deep glyphs. Convergent domain writing. You guess some kind of map. There are lines between the symbols. You trace your hand over it, but can't make any sense of it. The console-looking thing is a screen, all dark, like when Congruence isn't active. Unlike Congruence's colorful decorated chassis, this has a decidedly alien tech feel. You feel around and touch things at random. Don't do that, he hisses. But nothing happens.
Okay, well, I just noticed his hands are black, so he painted his nails?
Dice makes a shocked noise as the reality of the cave melts away and you find yourself back at the depot. No, not back, not entirely. You can feel the cool, moist breath of the cave on your cheeks. You can still smell the funk of the mushrooms, but everything else is exactly how you expect, as real as if you could reach out and touch it. You feel embodied, like you can feel the pressure of your feet, 4 feet, on the ground. Utopia walks through Dice, materializing on the side of you to talk to other surveyors. Dice passes his hand through her image in amazement. Are they spying on us?
I think we're spying on them.
The image of Utopia doesn't seem here. No, because we're seeing this after touching the thing. Mm-hmm. So they may have actually been watching us all this time. That's what he's saying, like, were they spying on us? Because this is back, like, at the surveyor's spot.
Right, and they probably have, like, a little thing hub to see where you are.
Yeah.
Like a radar.
You take your hands off the controls and the cave returns. Dice blinks at you in the sudden gloom.
Oh, not the surveyors. It might have been the gardeners. No,
I said that they were spying on the surveyors. I didn't say the surveyors were spying.
I don't know how that converts surveyors as the spy. Holy shit.
It was
really
like
are using them.
The gardeners are spying on us? Sim says they have eyes everywhere, Dice says. I didn't know he meant literally. We can't let Utopia know about this, he continues. We have to keep Sim's secrets. You agree to keep this monitoring station a secret. And that was just us hanging out with him. So now we go through the western resting ridges and the
There's more thingies over there. Can we reach it?
I don't think we can reach over, but we can see if we can. Okay. And then we're going to be coming over here. Every so often you see absolutely massive creatures here, like giant snake dragons with thousands of legs and shimmering scales.
So a centipede? Or a millipede?
Centipede. Millipedes, they're like jut out on the sides. They're so large that if one crosses your path, you're in for a wait. Which is exactly what you're doing. The gargantuan dragon has slowly lumbering over the ridge for at least half an hour, its body disappearing into the heat haze of the chasms on both sides. Its feet slowly undulate across the cracked soil, making shushing sounds and scattering boulders in its wake. Climb up on its back! The creature is moving more than slowly enough for you to climb up, using its large, soft spikes as handholds. It's going to take hours to get anywhere interesting, but from on spec you can see further. Also, there are other creatures up here. You've climbed right up next to a cluster of Dorbs moths, heads tucked under their wings like they're sleeping. On the other directions, there's even a bush bulb, or rather, it looks like a pile of rocks and some twigs.
You want to wait where it's going?
Yeah, let's see where this goes. Centimeter by centimeter, the Goliath makes its way into the chasm. You feel the air grow thicker and less hospitable until the sheer density of the heat makes you feel genuinely concerned for your safety. You climb up the creature's back segment by segment until you're on the top of the ridge, then drop down to the other side. But still, that's kind of cool. Flower. Let's see. Should we go up this way or should we go that way?
Didn't we go left last time?
Okay, so we'll go right. And what is this? You're walking down a ridge line. When your foot knocks some rocks down the slope, you participate in the familiar clatter as you plunge into the chasm, but realize it's silent. Just the wind. You peer down the slope. Nothing's falling? Wait, the rocks you dislodged with your foot are just floating. You take a step forward and realize you feel lighter too, like you've taken off your mountaineering gear. You take another step forward. It's a struggle to keep your foot on the ground. With one more step forward, you realize it's possible to take both feet off the ground. You're floating. You nudge your foot and let the momentum float you forward a few feet, feeling more untethered by gravity the farther you go. The ridgeline is narrow, and with a steep drop on the other side, there's no way around this strange anti-gravity field, and if you fall out of it, you might plummet into the chasm.
Onward!
Onward and upward. 70 is not bad.
With them poopy ass cards.
Yes, I know what these poopy ass cards. +1 is social cards. Okay, 7 and a 5 and a 3 and a 1. Jump that up. Okay, 6, 4, 4, 3. Holy crap. We did it. We are victorious with 5 more kudos. Oh, and it took our stress off. You float forward, allowing yourself to rise higher and higher until you're able to swim and tumble through the air with ease. Wow, you're totally weightless. You float over a shiny, lumpy rock jutting from the spine of the ridge. As you pass over it, you feel gravity gently begin to embrace you and pulling you back down. Your feet touch the ground again on the other side, and your legs immediately give out. What a rush. You mark the location on your map for other surveyors. I don't blame them. Crystals.
Because it's a fun spot.
Yeah. What's here? The path ahead is blocked by a field of snaking vines and brambles. They're flowering, enormous happy blossoms, swaying in the shimmering heat waves. You would push through them, but your holopon beeps a warning. A radiation warning.
Whoa, do we have radiation stuff?
These flowers seem highly radioactive, far too radioactive for the mild shielding of your supervise. You might be able to pass through if you don't mind getting the effects of radiation sickness until you can detox in a med bed. Well, if it doesn't kill you outright, we could take a sample and have a radioactive plant, which is an 8.
Yeah, take a sample. I don't want to die.
You snag a sample, you can study later in geoponics, and we're going to have to push through. You'll be sick for days, which just means we're going to have to rest again. But that's the point. We're going to be needing to rest either. Did you just... I want to mess with this flower so badly. And honestly, there's no music sounding right now, so I think we're good. The flies here are awful. They come out in the heat of the day and buzz around you incessantly. They don't bite, but they seem to want something from you. Maybe the water or salt of your sweat. You hope they aren't laying eggs. Which, fair enough. Dice calls the most annoying ones the rod flies because they're like long, flexible sticks with a bunch of wings. They swarm in clouds around your face no matter how hard you try to shoo them away. He says they remind him of Mars.
Oh my god.
But there are other ones too, like the one that's just a big eyeball with a couple of pairs of little wings. They make a buzzing sound and they're always just out of reach when you try to swat them away. Today, your personal nemesis is one of these eye flies. There are a whole bunch of them earlier, but only one has persisted. It's been following you, staring at you all morning. You and Dice have been batting at it for an hour, but it's a fast dodger. Dice has already given up and just plots forward. It even lands on his head, but he doesn't care. Swat the eye fly, it's on his head, and we might smack him. Should we swat it, or should we just be zen and let it be? You want to smack him on the head, huh? So you want to do the one that might make us hit him? All right, we'll do it.
I was like, oh, I'm just trying to help, and you're like, are you kidding me? You might hit us for this.
3. Either way, it's like you can't. Like you just can't let anything not happen to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You are annoying. So you're going to sit in the back. We're going to have to do this. Oh, wait, no. We just do this. 5, 5, 4, and 2. Which gives us a 26. And then we just change 1 to this. That's where we draw a hand. We're not doing that. And we just push through with 10 stress, which is fine. Because we were off by 2. The eye fly plus 0.
Aww.
The eye fly is like the size of a human eyeball and made out of concentric rings of rainbow hues: black, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You find yourself staring back at it. You wonder if the rings have something to do with light refraction. You let it land on your arm. Then you strike. Ha! Got it. Squashed. 10 minutes later, there's a new fly following you. Just give up, he mumbles. It's probably one of the Gardener's spy creatures, remember from the monitoring station? Oh yeah, well, you rather they picked a less annoying one. Okay, here's another spot. You're scaling over a huge plateau and you're suddenly overcome with a incredible feeling of peace. You never felt anything like this. You literally feel lighter. It's like all your troubles have been lifted away. The feeling is stronger when you touch the rocky surface and you realize it's radiating from the rock. And Dice is here. Dice is sunning himself on the top of the rock, stripped down to his shirt. Wait, does that mean only his shirt? He looks up as your shadow falls over him. Oh, he says slowly. You found it too, huh?
What he said?
You found it too. Oh, this must be the place Dice told you about. His favorite place on the planet, the rock that makes him feel happy. You know how he feels now. He shades his eyes from the sun as he looks up to you. I haven't told anyone about this place, he says. Well, except you. That's how they get you, you know. Once they know you love something, they use it to control you. Who's they? He gestures lazily. You know, People, the world, life, he says. I like this place because it feels like it's somewhere where I'm not just a cog in a machine, you know? You're going to keep this place a secret, right? Dice asks. I don't want this place dug up and studied. It'll ruin it. He scowls. People always ruin things, especially researchers. Some things you don't need to understand.
That's okay. It's a secret.
And +1 engineering. You do take a few readings, though, just because. All data is important. You mark down the location, but fudge the coordinates so anyone they send out will get lost. You wonder if the rock is natural. Animals seem to really like it, and you're taking readings. As you're taking readings, you watch a swarm of dwarves moths basking on the rock as well.
What was that?
You know, like the times...
No, I'm saying you got that random choke.
No, I was finna say, you know, like at sometimes, like when you burp, like a bit of liquid comes up to that. Hey, and dropped our stress by 20.
That's good.
You lie down on the rock beside Dice, letting the strange magic fill you with an incredible sense of peace.
Are we actually next to a rock, or is just the prompt?
It's just this plateau area. Okay, we got another strange device. Pretty much we'll just finish up this area and then we'll call it a night. You're struggling, so you're buffeted by a hot wind. I already know about that one. +1 in engineering. Yeah, it's a barrier. We knew that. Another flower for our favorite girl. Came across a flat obsidian. We can skate on through it. 69. And it's a bravery. Oh, now that's kind of funny.
I want to cry.
7 and 6 and 3 and 2, which was not bunch. Let's see. A 1 and a 2 and a 5, 5. First collectible that we use is free. Okay. So it's not going to take off from the collectible that we use. So
that's good.
So I just went ahead and used one. So we got to our goal. You take your shoes off and skate around your sock feet. You take a tumble and get a little bruised. But you have a blast. Just enjoy yourself. Don't go sliding off the cliff edge, and we got 1 bravery for that. Time passes, and we can still keep going. Oh, look who it is.
Oh my god, so we can find some here as well.
I do quite enjoy these holographic videos he gave me. Sim says, I've been learning so much about humanity from them. However, he lays a finger on his lips and thought, are parsecs not a measure of distance?
Parsec?
Not time? Because in Star Wars, that they said that I think the Millennium Falcon could clear some kind of star system in so many parsecs, but parsecs is a actual unit of distance, not time. Yeah. I'm giving you another cake, man. Yes.
The man likes his cake.
Yes. Love your cake. And help me calm down, please.
It's a free calm down, man.
Yep. Oh. That really does sound like rhythmic thumping. Like, that's literally dance club thumping. Listen to that.
What the fuck? It's like there's a rave nearby.
Yeah, because remember when Dice was doing that and we were making fun of him? It was literally a thing. You find a pillar knocked out. We can go ahead and check it out. this will be interesting. Okay. Oops. A 7 of. Okay. We have enough yellow cards, so we can basically change all of these to yellow. Or we could try the crystal and redraw a hand.
No, we need a person for Mars.
Okay. So let's see. Change that and change you and change you.
Okay,
And we
so
still have 3 left for our
I
girl.
hate his face.
His name is Finn. Of course he's going to be a douche. Dice looks giddy as you follow the pillar.
Did you eat more pixie beans?
As you follow the pillar to a space, a large pyramid almost entirely lost under the sand. You brush away some of the sand and find the pyramid is inscribed on all sides with pictures of wormholes, you think. This pillar must have once stretched up to the sky. Maybe it was some kind of observatory or sacred building or a monument to the wormhole. Mysterious. New perk? Add an extra card from the start of the challenge. And it's a effect stack. And that's from engineering.
Oh, that's great.
So we get 1 extra card.
You mean card slot?
No, card.
Okay.
Okay, there's something up there that we can mess with. And there's some crystals over here. And then there's the thing there. So we probably have enough time for 1 more before we have to go.
Okay.
So should we get the one that's sitting on the pillar by itself or that one?
The pillar by itself.
Okay. We look so damn evil. Okay, what are you? You investigate a weird squeaking noise. Eventually, you following it to its source, an undulating swarm of sleek creatures gather at the cliff above you. You watch as they throw their tiny bodies off the edge, plowing past you out of spite. They scream and screech in excitement.
The hell? Banshee?
Oh!
That's cute.
No, you want to know the messed up thing? Whenever I start this game, this is the icon that shows up.
And we find
This is the Finji icon. So it's called a bounce weasel. You pick your way down the slope and find a second herd miraculously unharmed weasels at the bottom. You watch
Can you have
them.
one as a pet?
One lands on your head and squeaking indignantly and joins the rest of his kin. You hear the flapping of wings and look up. The whole colony of pink and orange drop smarts clings to the rock overhead, clearly camouflaged. As the squealing of the weasels above reaches a fever pitch, the door's mouth restlessly take off from the cliff and flutter around. You watch as one of the little creatures pitches off the edge of the cliff and lands square on the dwarf's mouth back, sending them both plummeting to the bottom. As the moth crashes fatally to the ground, the weasels curl its body and bounces harmlessly away. This scurries back to feed on its prey. Bounce weasels. You record them, and yeah, what a noise. Okay, so we do have enough for the other thing. We only have like 4. So
we'll go rest in the next period.
Yeah. You haven't been down to the deepest crevices of the ridges where the crystals grow thick and the air is stagnant and dead. It's already sweltering on the ridges, but in the chasms you can see the heat warping the air. It's almost like a permanent fog. Utopia says the air is so thick and still that you can't even use your glider down there. At least one thing survives in this blaze, though. While you take a break for lunch one day, you see flickers of silver dart in and out of the fog like ripples of a lake. The air squid babies. That's right. And they're predators. Okay, it's only a... I can't use you, so... A debatable. And then that. And then... Your perception challenge. Okay, so 7, 5. Oop. No, you go back up there because you can't change this one. 23. and 26. So we're victorious in that. Plus 5 more kudos. You duck behind some roots and keep carefully still as the creepy creatures float around and past you. They don't seem to be hunting for food. They must be on their way somewhere else. Air squids are solitary hunters.
I just realized how many, what is that, combat?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about this thing that we lost earning.
Oh, because we are injured.
No, I know that, but all those things, I was like wondering how many things we lost. So we lost them
because it's like
points.
a +1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we got some engineering. And her boy wants to talk. But first, we have to give
Tammy her birthday gift.
Yes.
The Tam deserves her birthday gift.
And it's so adorable that you two are together.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like her outfit more than anything. On your birthday, because we love you that much. And you spot Dice about to head out on expedition. He's carrying a full backpack with a second one at his feet full of surveying equipment. As you approach, you realize he's writing in a notebook, an actual notebook with paper and everything. Braced on his knee with one foot on his equipment, he looks up at you as you approach and closes his notebook, slipping it in the jacket pocket over his heart. Oh, hey, Solana, he says and tucks the pen behind his ear. Are you coming too? Maybe, that's cool. Maybe we'll be posted near each other.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask should I ask what he's writing? Because that could be a little too personal for him.
I mean, we are in the 90s.
Yeah. What are you writing? Just stuff, he says dismissively. I like writing on paper. It feels more real. You know? And it's more private than having everything on your holopalm where people could find it.
That's true.
You beckon for more details. Dice just huffs through his nose, but he looks amused.
He's more human now. Like he's more open. Like, what the fuck?
Just stuff, he repeats. How I'm feeling and what the weather is like and what people are doing around the colony.
Well, people use that as a...
AKA his journal.
Yeah, his healing mechanism.
Okay. Sometimes I pretend I'm an alien, he continues, and I'm studying how people act and blend in. And we can literally just go ahead and go for this because we have so much. Because we can flirt with him. We're at 91.
That is indeed true, but why is it every time we make an attempt to flirt, it does not go well?
Okay, so we'll skip the flirt and just ask if we could see. Because I don't think this would be a good prompt for him. You're so torn.
I really want the flirting aspect, because obviously you have the flirting aspect, but the thing about Dice is like, what is it, like majority of the time or like a quarter of the time, every time you do a flirting prompt with him, it doesn't end well.
Okay, so...
Well, not doesn't end well, but it's just like, it's not working. So that's why I feel like he's more about feelings or something.
Okay, so should I just ask if we could look? Or do you want me to say that you're human?
No.
So
let him be what he want to be, like them.
Yeah.
Like how society is today.
So we'll ask if we can see. He thinks for a second. Okay. He says, taking the notebook out of his pocket. He wraps the elastic that keeps it shut around the section in the back and hands it over. Just don't look at the back half. It's private. You flip through the first half. Like Dice said, it's mostly mundane notes about things that are going on in the colony. Who's going where on expeditions, and they're serving in the canteen, various snippets of gospel. There's several pages of sketches that look like diagrams of the colony buildings and walls. You're surprised.
Give it back.
I'm giving it back. I am not going to be that person. You hand it back. Dice's secrets into his jacket pocket. See, I just like knowing stuff, he says shyly. He stoops to pick up the surveying equipment as Utopia calls for hands on board the expedition vehicles. Then he's gone without another word.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and save because like we made it an hour 15 this time. Existential crisis. Override. So yeah, we'll continue on after we have our heals and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But how did you like the last two iterations? Finding out that we could lose him to an alien.
Hell no, if we lose to an alien, I just felt like we failed at life.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with Sim though. I just feel like we already decided we're gonna pursue Dice, and then we just failed because of a suave-looking alien. You just want to
who he met naked.
And he's mischievous. He's like, hey. Like, what's he? Oh my god! This is Sims we're talking about here, and you know how
he sat there and just gyrated in front of this boy.
This is Sims we're talking about with his mischievous face. I'm pretty sure he would do that, especially since he's so interested in human culture.
Oh Lord!
Yes, and you remember from the party, everybody gyrating on it. I can see. Oh my god! If Sim joins the party,
okay.
Oh my god! He'll be. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay.
Don't take Sims to the party.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
Like, is there a word for somebody who's naughty but pure at the same time?
I don't think so.
Because that's the definition of Sim.
He's basically an exhibitionist with exhibitionist tendencies, but he doesn't understand why he can't do it.
Naughty but pure.
That's just you being, like, you're not paying attention to your surroundings. You are literally not taking cues from the world.
No, but that's why, no, pure is that. But that's why I put naughty.
I know this conversation is going to take like another half hour, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording.
But you have to think about it,
I know! Let me stop the recording first!